Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Old Time Rock and Roll. I'm your host, David Tear, where I've been featuring my personal top 3,000 songs of the rock era from 1954 to 1999. And today I'm up to song number 2604, and that one is Jim Dandy by LaVern Baker. This was an early rock hit. It was LaVern Baker's version was released in 1956 and it went to number 17 pop and I think number 4 soul or R&B. It was also released on her 1957 album just called LaVern Baker. And here's a picture of LaVern Baker early on. She was a pretty big soul and R&B singer. I'll get to her in a minute. I want to say a little bit more about the song first. And like I said, there were many covers of this song. There was another top 40 version by the Southern rock band. Well, this is the guy that recorded it. Lincoln Chase in 1955, but there was a 1973 cover by Southern rock band called Black Oak, Arkansas. Here's a picture of them, and their version went to number 25. I think those were the only top 40 or Billboard versions of this song. But now I'm going to talk a little bit about the artist, LaVern Baker. Let me back to her picture. She was born Dolores Evans in 1929. She lived from 1929 to 1997. And she was born in Chicago, Illinois. I used to live there too. Good town for a lot of blues and R&B. Kind of a hotbed of that. And she died in Queens, New York. And she was musically active twice, first from 1946 to 1969, and later from 1986 to 1996, almost right up to her death. She had several hits, several R&B as well as pop hits. I'll just go through all of them. Her first big hit was released in 1955. It was called Tweedly Dee. That one went to number 14. Then in 56, she had Still, which went to 97. I Can't Love You Enough, which went to 22. The one I'm featured today, Jim Dandy, which went to 17. Its flip side, Tra La La, which went to 94. In 1957, she had Jim Dandy Got Married, which went to 76. And Humpty Dumpty Heart, which went to 71. In 1958, she had I Cried a Tear, which went to number 6. In 1959, she had I Waited Too Long, which went to 33. So High, So Low, which went to 52. The flip side, If You Love Me, which went to 79. And Tiny Tim, which went to 63. In 1960, she had Wheel of Fortune, which went to 83. Shadows of Love, which also went to 83. And Bumblebee, which went to 46. In 1961, she had You're the Boss, which went to 81. And Saved, which went to 37. In 1962, she had CC Rider, I think one of many hit versions of that song, which her version went to number 34. In 1965, she had Fly Me to the Moon, another song covered by many artists, including Frank Sinatra before her. But her version went to number 84 in 1965. And then finally, 1966, she had a duet along with Jackie Wilson of Think Twice, which went to 93. So those were her hits. And like I said, pretty prolific and pretty great singer. And I just have one more thing I want to say about the Jim Dandy. I used to go to a really excellent fried chicken place in Inglewood, California. It's a suburb of Los Angeles where I used to live. And I discovered some of the best fried chicken I've ever seen in my life. It was called Jim Dandy. And I used to go there on a regular basis, even after I moved out of Inglewood. Every time I took a trip up north to San Francisco, where my folks were living, most of the time I drove back, I would stop at Jim Dandy, which was like an hour out of my way home. But I didn't care because it was such good chicken. You know, I also didn't care that it was kind of in a ghetto area, and I had to park my Prius there. It was a little scary because I didn't want it to get robbed, but it never did. But the chicken is excellent. Unfortunately, they got new owners about 10 years ago. Now their chicken is anywhere nearly as good as it used to be. But I just thought I'd mention that. Anyway, that completes my profile of Jim Dandy by LaVern Baker. Thank you for watching. You guys rock, and I'll see you next time.